There is a heavy law enforcement presence in the New Orleans neighborhood of Marigny following this morning's truck attack on Bourbon Street. New Orleans police officers and ambulances have cordoned off several blocks around Mandeville Street. Neighbors said law enforcement had been in the area since about 6:30 a.m. local time, but gave no indication as to what led to their presence. The neighborhood is about 1.5 miles from the area on Bourbon Street where the attack took place earlier Wednesday. Members of Homeland Security Investigations and the FBI are also on the scene. Residents inside the police cordon are being permitted to leave the area but are not able to re-enter. Evidence of more than one person involved in attack, but investigators not sharing more information, Louisiana representative says. There is evidence of more than one person involved in the attack in New Orleans, but investigators are not sharing more information as it is an ongoing investigation, U.S. Representative Troy Carter told CNN's Brianna Keilar Wednesday. There is an ongoing investigation which limits our ability to talk much more than that, other than to clearly say that this coward did not act alone, and our resources are on the ground turning over every stone. There will not be a rock big enough for them to hide, said Carter, who represents New Orleans. He was unable to say whether investigators know where these other people are or whether they are part of a group, but said law enforcement has doubled the resources in the area to make sure they can do their best to keep everyone safe. A 42-year-old Army veteran from Texas has been identified as the suspect who intentionally rammed a pickup truck into a large crowd on New Orleans' Bourbon Street early in the morning on New Year's Day, according to authorities. The FBI identified the suspect as Shamsuddin Jabbar. He was killed in a firefight with police after the crash. We believe he was honorably discharged, but we are working through this process, figuring out all this information, Alethea Duncan, FBI Assistant Special Agent in charge, said during a news conference this afternoon. An ISIS flag was found in the truck, the FBI confirmed. The agency said it is working to determine any potential associations with terrorist groups. Republican Senator Josh Hawley sent a letter to Senator Rand Paul, incoming chairman of the Senate Homeland Security Committee, urging him to call on Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and FBI Director Christopher Wray to publicly testify in the wake of the New Orleans attack. When the 119th Congress convenes next week and you assume leadership of the Senate Homeland Security Committee, I urge you to immediately call Mayorkas and Wray to publicly testify prior to their departure from office. Hawley writes in the letter. They must give a full account of this attack and any departmental failures related to the incident. Until January 20th, the American people remain at risk unless the outgoing administration is held to account for policy changes that have made this country less safe, the Missouri Republican added.